Welcome back to Suladan Place, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Last time, we landed on Tatooine and had lots of monologue, and fought 3 more Dark Jedi, but lots of monologue nonetheless. I want to go this way, though, because I think he's going to let me out the door.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
No, he's not! Where would I get authorization? Why do I need authorization?
Czerka Corporation does not want the complications or expense that come with people wandering the dunes. It's too dangerous. Running this installation is difficult enough without fools wandering around getting themselves killed by sand people.
Can't I just sign a waiver? Why does the Czerka Corporation... Oh, bad publicity, probably.
Don't get cocky. It has nothing to do with how much you are worth. Workers to man the iron shovels are cheap. What they don't want is sand people salvaging your weapons. Their raids cause enough damage as it is.
Well, now you're just being rude. If it's my risk, why not let me pass?
You know, I agree with you, but Czerka Corporation just doesn't want the headache. Besides, I couldn't let you pass if I wanted to. The gate lock needs to be swiped with your authorization. Sorry.
You know what? I appreciate your honesty, so I'm going to ask, where do I go to get authorization?
Only one place, and it means dangerous work. Go to the Czerka office for a hunting license. They sell them for Faz's Lodge.
What do you know about Faz's Lodge? Because I'm intrigued by the name Faza. Makes me think of Fozzie Bear.
Faz's is north of the Czerka office. You'll need a hunting license to deal with him. He'll just send you to the Czerka office to get one.
Okay. Tell me about the Czerka office.
The Czerka Corporation office is in the center of Anchorhead. The protocol officer will sell you one. She might offer you other work, too.
Sure, why not? I'll go then.
See the Czerka office for authorization.
Thank you, friend. Well, more of an acquaintance than friend. Hello, Jawa. We scavenge for everyone, but giants of sand never trade fair. You there, of your kind. Can you help Izzes of Jawa? There are troubles from the ghosts among the sands. Could you be clearer? I'm having trouble understanding you. The trouble is yours, not of Jawa. We must use a language of trade because you listen complicated to what we say simply. Why wouldn't I understand your true language? That is not a problem for Jawa to have for you. You have the ears that do not listen. Okay, what is it that you want? Is as I am, leader of the tribe that is mine. You are the same in kind, a leader that stands before your tribe. There are troubles that we have. Candorous, cool that. The giants made of sand. They are horned ghosts that take us away. Giants made of sand. Sand people? That is how you know them. Giants are different for us, we being small. People of sand are who I mean. So what would you like me to do? There's been no help given by asking the great group that digs with machines. Now Izzes asks you. I ask that you find us, then bring away from the people of sand. Then we will offer a trade with you. Sand people, kidnapping, Jawa, I get it. Long have we scavenged among you and those that came before. We have things you will like for this service. Why have they taken your people? We find things and they use them. Jawa slaves serving. They lead with the whip and gaffy. Graffiti? As they spray paint you. With the group that digs, we trade and are free. With people of the sand, we serve and die. We prefer you. I have a few more questions, alright? Izzes answers, hoping you will free the tribe that he holds. Tell me about those that came before. You stand on Anchorhead, a place named and named again. You come to dig, but it was already dug. Settled over and over. Long, long ago, ships fell after battles above. Now we scavenge and find the pieces. You dig the ore and dirt. In time from now, we will dig you, just like digging those that came before. A few more questions. Why have they taken your people? Didn't I ask that already? Yes. Tell me where your people are. Ooh, star map. I'm looking for something called a star... should I ask that? That's really inappropriate at this juncture, though. Tell me about where your people are. People of the sand and the sand. There's a place far to the south where they live.
I'm thinking they're with the sand people who live in the south. Either that or I need my ears cleaned.
Both. The approach holds great fighting. Bring the tribe from in to out of there, and there will be payment in trade and thanks. I'll check it out when I leave the city. It's his hopes you have the luck you need. I like the way they talk. Just like the grammar and all. It's very pleasant. Where was I trying to go again? Hello, miner. Hello, droid. I don't remember where the city is. Where is the middle of the city? I guess it would be this? Anchorhead. Dune Sea. Droid shop. Wait, isn't there... There was a button I pushed before that cycled through these. If I could just... Oh, it was this. Droid shop, cantina, swoop, Czerka office. Okay, that's where we need to go. Let's go around to this big middle point. Also, wait a sec. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I got the image flipped around in my head for a second. That picture matches the other. I would still love to make this bigger. It's so tiny. I know screen space was limited, and especially when you had limited resolutions, and this game is literally, I mean, it'll be 20 years old in a few years. I'm spoiled by large minimaps and overlays and things that took more power than the systems of the day, you know, generally had. I understand that. That's not a criticism of the game. It's like, oh, I've already looted this locker, but I'm going to do it again. Oh, it's empty. To the Czerka office. You'll be hearing about this, you Czerka puppet. I'm not going to let this drop. You can't just murder a whole village. And don't tell me to take my concerns to your corporate kiosk. I know when I'm not wanted. What's going on here? Who are you? Why are you yelling at me? Yell at her! I'm done talking in this office. They aren't interested in listening to me. I doubt they will even acknowledge that I was here. Typical corporate evasion. This is what happens when they own everything. No accountability. Don't even bother bringing it up. Sir? Sir? Where'd you go? Sir? I would like to ask you, because you seem like your request. There you are. Don't you believe a word of what Czerka Corporation said in there? There's always a peaceful solution to conflict. They're just lazy. I didn't talk to them, but okay. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Czerka miners have been attacked by sand people, so the company Czerka Corporation wants them killed. They didn't ask you to do it. The sand people aren't animals. I've watched them. They're intelligent. There must be a way to peacefully stop the attacks. I know it. But no one will try, of course. You can't even leave the city without Czerka approval, and they want the sand people dead. Why would you know better? I mean, intelligent or not, they have killed people. That is true, but I'm curious. Perhaps I'm no expert in diplomatic situations, but I know when there's a lack of due care for the environment and the residents of it. What would you have done to the sand people? It must have seemed like an invasion. There were no negotiations for territory or resources. I don't think the killing has been justified, but as a conservationist, I'm hoping someone at least tries to talk this out. What would you suggest? Communication. If we could speak to them. But they don't talk, at least not in any language an average translator can understand. There was even a Jedi here a few years ago that couldn't seem to get through to them. I think that ended in blood, too. I'm not saying it would be easy, but someone has to try. Maybe with a real translation droid, not these old protocol scrap heaps walking around. You got something against protocol droids, buddy? You don't get to insult... Ooh, let's not do that. I reached around the camera for something and bumped into the camera. We gonna pretend that didn't happen? And that everything's fine? Who would have a capable droid? Oh, they're pretty rare, even on well-stocked worlds. But I'm sure I heard something about an unusual droid in the shop here on... I'm sure I heard Yukalaka say that it could speak a Sand People dialect. Although he said he'd say rust is gold something something. With that droid, maybe you could talk to them. I wouldn't survive. Maybe with desert robes as a disguise, someone could get into their enclave. Yeah, the last time I heard something about an unusual droid on Tatooine, it didn't end well. And where would that, okay, there's a lot of questions here. Where would you get robes to match theirs? Suppose you could take them off the warrior raiders in the Dune Sea. There's no way I'd survive anything like that. Plus, you would have to explain why you killed their warriors if you're trying to make peace. But I suppose there's no other way. Where would the enclave you mentioned be? Huh? It's no secret where they are. The attacks get worse the further southwest in the Dune Sea you go. Then people die on both sides. Okay, I will look into it. Sure, that's what Czerka Corporation keeps saying. Then they just start shooting again. The fighting won't stop until they're all dead. Or until the Czerka leave. The one is as likely as the other with the way things are going. What do I know? A lot. I gotta figure out how to get robes. I have Jedi robes, is that close enough? To the Czerka! Oh, ooh, bullet holes. Bullet holes. Somebody been shooting up this place. Not that I blame them, the Czerka Corporation. Well, okay, not that I condone shooting up places in the slightest. Do not twist that out of context. I don't like the Czerka Corporation is basically what I was trying to say. But anyway, protocol officer. Are you a droid?
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Czerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
How dare you! I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
But I'm a Jedi!
Well,
Is there no
normally
way
we
to get a
charge
license?
200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The sand people are becoming a problem. They destroy our sand crawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
Why pay for the gaffy sticks? I'm curious about that. But also, I can just take the hunting license and then not kill them.
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
Fair point. Why do I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Czerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Czerka
Lightsaber.
Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Czerka hunting license.
Lightsaber. Again. People deemed fit. Jedi, Mandalorian. How often do you have a group like this show up and ask for licenses? Have there been a lot of people leaving the city?
With the downturn in mining, people want any chance at credits they can get. Most wouldn't survive a day, let alone qualify as hunters. The last license issued before the ban was given to a woman named Marlena Venn. She'll do fine. She had a mean streak a parsec wide. She also paid double. Exceptions like this are rare, unless it suits the company to offer them.
Let's go back to my first question.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Was I looking for a miner named Griff? I don't remember. Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Czerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
No desire to mistakenly associate with the losing side. No, anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates.
Yeah, we've already
I can't be
met
more
him.
specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
I have to go. Goodbye.
Farewell. Czerka Corporation.
Okay then. Agree to hold her. Yes, what is it? If this is about mining or sand people, you go to Czerka offices. I just manage the storehouse. Okay, anything out of the ordinary happening? Is that a coy way of referring to terrorists going down? You don't want my views on that. Okay, what about local events? Don't care about them. I stay in Czerka compound. We could be on a pleasure world for all I care or know. What are your opinions on terrorists? You know what? At least the Sith seem to make things happen. How old is the Republic? 15,000 years? It's stagnant. Every year, ships get a little faster, droids get a little smarter, and people get a little fatter. That's about it for progress. I suspected I'd do as much grunt labor under them as I do now. They'll at least shake things up. Even if it means the deaths of innocents. Nobody's innocents want their mother has left the room. That's just my view. Fair enough, I gotta go. Bye then. Come back if you need supplies. I'll be going now. Who was the name of the lady that was given a license that I can apparently, presumably, pester? Hello? You are not them. Are you?
Please, will you help me? I have nothing.
Oh,
Nothing
dear.
left.
What do you need? I'll help if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare.
What is a raid plate?
It's the bone plate from the head of the desert raid. My husband was so proud when he found it. He had just started hunting. He said he felt sure the next hunt would bring in more, so we waited to sell this one. Then he never came back.
Let's talk about what to do with it.
Will you buy it?
I can't buy it, but I could take it and sell it for you.
I don't know. How could...
I mean, I could just buy it from her and then sell it. Same difference, right? Sure, I'll just
You
buy
will?
it from you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'll pay what you want. Fine. Take it. Take the money. Live a happy life.
Thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it. My children will too.
What was that all about? Are you going soft on me?
And how many more like you are there out there with no one to buy their plates, I wonder?
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you.
I feel like I
You
just got
saved
scammed,
us.
but I'm gonna find out the thing's worth all of 5 credits, but I don't buy stuff much anyway. Hey, I got XP for it. I will pay 500 credits for XP. Also, what is a Wraith Plate? Someday I'm going to find storage. I'm sure the ship has storage, and I just don't know. Why do I have Gizka poisoning? Why do I have that? I know I found it at some point. I just don't remember when, or where, or what. And I feel like everything froze, even though it didn't. It's just everyone stopped moving. I'm looking... Dune Sea, Droid Shop, Cantina, Registration, Czerka Office, Hunting Lodge. That's where we're going. Hunting Lodge! She was right outside the Hunting Lodge. Very suspect. I'm going to try to sell this thing, and they're going to laugh at me and say it's worth all of 5 credits, and I'm just going to be like, I got experience, please. Hey, Faza. Well, a new face. Come to test your skill on the endless dunes of Tatooine? Faza's Lodge is the place to arrange it. This world may not have much, but it does have the meanest predators this side of the galactic rim. A hunter's paradise. I got something to sell you. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to even look at what you have until you have a license. Czerka rules. The other hunters all have theirs. I can't make exceptions or I'll get shut down. That's fine by me. I understand. I respect that. What do you do here? This is a hunting lodge. I purchase what the sportsmen bring in. It's not a bad little job. How do I get hunting job license? I got questions. You'll want to know how to get in on it. Just pay 200 credits for a license down at Czerka office. No license, no hunting. What is there to hunt on Tatooine? Most of the boys confine themselves to hunting raid. Large, fleshy beasts, as tall as a man. A tall man, too. Desert raid have a large bone plate on their head that I pay well for. But that's not where the real glory of the hunt is. You've probably heard about the big prize, the crate dragon. The most fearsome predator in the system they are. If you can find one, and I doubt you will, I'll buy the stones polished in their gizzard, the dragon pearls. So that's where the Dragon Balls came from. Dragons are rare, then. You'd think it'd be easier to find such a gigantic creature. Comad's father took one down, but that was years ago. What was so special about his father? He killed a crate dragon, obviously. He'd been a hunter for years, using strict traditional methods. Comad is just like him. Maybe he'll show you a thing or two out on the dunes. Where would I find him? Oh, that's easy enough. He's standing right over there. He's usually here or out in the dunes. Okay. Anything out of the ordinary happening? You mean on Tatooine or just in general? I've heard about the destruction of terrorists. Don't know anything specific. I'm not surprised something like it happened, though. I remember the Exarchun War and how Sith and the Jedi fought across worlds. Don't have much interest in either group. Both act like they're above my concerns, and I guess they are. Did you just wink at me when you said Jedi? Boy, I got a lightsaber. And that guy behind me's got a lightsaber, and the other guy's got a minigun. Just don't pester him. Anyway, bye. Yeah, I'll be here. I keep hunter's hours. Fraza's always open. Are you... Am I looking for kudos? I don't remember. I'm terrified because there's a Pazak deck next to you, sir. Hello, human. Are you a hunter like the others here? Not the life for me, but I admire you for it. What do you do? I fill the days with games of Pazak. Not there's many people around here to play with, but a person should keep busy somehow. I play with that fellow in the cantina, but I find him distasteful. He does not play for the same reasons I do. Why do you play? The sport of it. Even if I lose, there is reward in having played to the best of my ability. I don't dwell on the credits taken or given. And you, sir, are exactly what more ranked players in esports should be like. Play for the learning. It's easier said than done, but still. Anyway, Dorak, are you who I'm looking for?
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit.
Come now, I just want to benefit from your experience. Yes, I'll butter him up, fine.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out banthapats, but thanks all the same.
So, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
Actually, hang on, let me get a notepad out. Okay, start listing. How long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
At least you're modest. What would you like to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
That's the guy I'm looking for. What can you tell me about the other hunters?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there.
So I guess what you're saying is I successfully hunt something, they hunt me, take my kill, claim my kill, and then I rot in the dunes. Fair enough. Let's go back to my first questions.
If that's what you want.
I've got to leave, actually. Bye.
Good hunting.
Thank you. I'm looking for... Well, this guy's just dead. Okay, he doesn't exist, apparently. Tanis, Jolie, Gurk, Uzgat, Kanders, Narkal, Dorak. There you go. Yes. Is there something you wish, human? Information. If I could trouble you. Just a few questions, if that's all right. That sounds more down to earth. I see no harm in it. There are hours yet before I set back out on the dunes. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? No one that will return your questions. To truly know the dunes, you have to live there, as the Sand People do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to befriend the Sand People to get the map, ain't I? Only they truly explore the land, but they attack without debate if you see them at all. Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything on? Ooh, what about the Jawas? What about the Jawas? The Jawas may know the land as well, but are more interested in trading than talking. They scavenge to escape jobs akin to slavery. Their language is difficult. If you can get anything more than the price of a droid out of them, I'll be impressed. Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd? The Sand People carry nothing but weapons and bloodlust. To them, outsiders are invaders to be repelled. Once or twice, however, I have seen them emerge from older ruins with sacks and other containers. I've always been driven off, and if I examine the site later, there is nothing left. What kinds of ruins were these, and where were they? They were old storehouses of some kind, but you couldn't find them now, human. The sand covers all. The only ones who would know what was there were the Sand People, and you'd have to take it from them by force. Finding their encampment is easy enough. Walk south until you get attacked. That's like saying the ocean, just go south until you get wet. Okay. Oh, who are you and what do you do? I am Comad Fortuna, a hunter and member of this lodge. It is not the life for everyone, but I'm content. How long have you been at this? A decade, two. I don't enslave myself to time, human. There is day and there is night. You really don't know anymore? Tatooine will not change in my lifetime. Why bother trying to keep up with the rolling of the years? What can you tell me about the other hunters? Probably not as much as you would learn speaking to them yourself, even if they tell you nothing. The most obvious are the Gamorreans, however. Gurk and his crew are not the best company. They hunt, but often come back with salvage instead of hides or pearls. I think their prey walks upright. Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that? The dunes are far from the reach of their blasters. Besides, Gurk spends his money in company stores. Yeah. How long have you been at this? A decade? Two? Oh, no, I already asked him that. Where's the best hunting? The best hunting is wherever the best hunter is. It's a trite answer, human, but the only one I give. Depends on what you seek. Raid are plentiful and the spoils of are the spoils of War Hunter. Dragons appear only to the true hunter. Cola, you say? Patience is key. Great dragons hunt alone, and their prey is whatever can catch their attention. So they like shiny things. Naming them dragons was very apt. Not to say people are any different. Yeah, sit down and think about how much of our valuables are based upon their shininess. The shiny new car, the shiny jewels, gold, etc. People are like raccoons. They love shiny objects, and if you make them mad, they poop on stuff. Anyway, so the dragons are rare? Are they? Yes, they're dangerous, but are they dangerous? They're both rare and dangerous, and it's an honor to hunt them. If you survive, you are both blessed and favored. Respect them. Some try to lessen the risk by mass hunting with battle droids. I would rather hunt alone, taking the risk as my own. Who uses battle droids? Grievous? I think Grievous. And maybe Grievous? I will not speak of it while they live. It is their shame to admit or hide. They know the effect that it has. Perhaps they will kill so many raid that they also kill the hunt. After that, perhaps the solo hunter will still prosper. Fair enough. I will answer. The day drags on, however. I have to leave. Why would I kill him? No! Why is that an option? Who wrote this? I have to leave. Goodbye. Good hunting. And this guy's dead, too. Okay, well... apparently there's lots of dead people. I see dead people. Oh, no. Ah, what I was looking for. What's her face? I don't remember her name. I'm very bad with names. Like, that's just a general fact of me. Citizen. Jawa. Are the Jawa not citizen? I don't want swoop registration. Jawa. Maybe in the cantina. That would be a place to look for people. People like cantina. Cantina has food. People go where there is food. Or does food go where there is people? These are difficult questions. Czerka, Jolie, Czerka, Gandalf. Hey, Gandalf!
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like when I was back on Taris. Seems like a long time ago.
I want to ask a few questions. Why not?
I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore.
I want to ask about you and racing.
Ah, something I know. Well, something I used to know. My racing days are behind me. Gandalf is the name.
Gandalf. How long did you race?
Past my prime by any measure. I started late, too. Not like the kids out there now. Some of them are too young.
Why do you think that?
It's a cutthroat business. I've seen some of them burn out after a year. They get dangerous and don't live long. That's not everyone, of course, but it happens. I'm a has-been, I'll admit, but dying while you're on top is still dying. I'll pass.
Let's go back to my other questions.
All right, then.
Looking for something. Who knows the planet best?
Ask me again in a few years, and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Jawas, maybe. Funny little guy.
I have to leave now. Goodbye.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Yep. If MODOK figures out I'm on this planet, things are going to get real tough. Jawa server. Jawas will dig the sand for you one day. Okay, I just wanted food, but thank you. Why would you bother? We have Jawa under Isis. Yours do not care for ours. Do you miss that we are taken? No. I've already met Isis. Is Are some of your people missing? Yes, we've already know this. Is this interest? Not from your kind, though Isis thinks otherwise. Speak to him if you're acting and pretending. Jawas are tired of giant speak. Might as well slave to the Gafi. So you trade, but what is that if no help is given? I'm going to help you. I just have to figure out where I'm going first. Okay, she's apparently not in here, but I am going to go ahead and pause here, though. Thank you for watching, and next time we will hopefully figure out how to get a license. See you next time.